Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Chapters of Podcast. I'm your host, the wonderful Rachel, of course. And I just want to say I really do appreciate the little support that I have gotten from you guys. It really does mean a lot to me, and it just makes me want to keep going and keep, doing episodes. So I really do appreciate it. But anyway, I am still trying to get to at least 100 subscribers by November, or at least by my birthday, which I really don't feel like is a long shot. Like, I really feel like it's really fucking doable. So, but anyways, let's get into the episode. So today, I obviously do have a story time for you guys, if you could tell by the title. But if you have been listening to my previous episodes, then you know that my dating life has been fucking shitty. Like, it's just insane. Like, I'm just like, at this point, literally, like, since this last date that I've had, I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm over it. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to date nobody, honestly. Sometimes, like, and I feel like I've come to the point where I've gotten so comfortable with being by myself that the presence of somebody is annoying. Like, especially if it's not the right person or somebody that I want to be around in general. Like, I'm annoyed and I don't want to fuck with you. Like, but anyway, um, so like I told y'all, like, I've been on dating apps and it's a fucking whirlwind. Okay, like, you really just never know who you're gonna meet on a dating app, and a lot of the times I'd be so shocked to see so many people from LA on dating apps, and I've seen people who I've actually like known and like went to high school with, or just seen on social media. It's just like, it's literally crazy. That's why I said in my other episode, it's not embarrassing, like, being on there, like, because everybody's on there. Like, not everybody, but a lot of people are on fucking dating apps because there's nothing wrong with it. Well, personally, to me, like, I don't think nothing wrong with it, because if I thought something was wrong with it, I wouldn't be on the fucking app, right? But anyway, so just it like I said, the people on there are fucking crazy. So anyway, I met this guy not too long ago. I really don't want to give too specific of a timeline, but whatever, put whatever timeline you want in your head. So I met this guy not too long ago, and I met him on the app, obviously. And I don't know, obviously, like, we matched with each other because on Bumble, like, you can't, because I'm not paying for that shit. Like, be fucking for real. So if you don't pay for it and you don't match with the same person who matched with you, like, who swiped right for you, then you just can't see anybody. Like, I don't know, the shit's weird. But anyway, obviously, we matched with each other, and it went from there. We started having like simple conversations, just regular, like, getting to know each other. But honestly, like, with the dating app, a lot of the stuff that you would ask somebody about them, like the basics, is literally on the like dating profile for the most part. A lot of people are very like, vague with their answers on the dating app, and don't really go into detail, which I think is weird too. Like, if you're gonna go on there, especially if you put like, oh, I want long-term relationship, but you don't have anything in your bio, like, what the entire fuck do you want me to go off of? And like, you want, like, I don't know, to me it's just like no effort put in on that end, but then you want a long-term relationship. It's, to me, it's just giving like, I don't know, it's just giving like you just want to fuck or something. But anyway, so we really didn't have to go too much, like, have like the basic, like, just simple shit, because a lot of it was on like both of our profiles. So, and then also I want to note that, like, my child is never a secret, and he's never been a secret. Like, I've always been open and honest about me having a kid, right? I may not go into full details of my situation, and like, my, like, how I became in the position that I am, and his father and stuff like that. Like, I might not go into that in full detail in the beginning, but of course, it's known to everybody who fucking knows me or has heard of me, knows that I have a baby. Like, Ryan has never, ever, ever been a secret. Like, he's all over my everything. Literally, the only place that I don't really post Ryan too much is on TikTok and Twitter, only because, I mean, I have control over both. Like, I'm able to make both of those private, But I feel like those are the two apps that like I just keep public for the most part because I don't know, like I never really kept my Twitter private. Like it's always been public. Like there's never been a reason for me to have it private. So but anyway, like I said, everybody knows I have a child. Like not a fucking secret. And when I'm on dating apps, like I put that shit on there too because like duh, like because I wouldn't want to date a man who got kids and then don't say like, like I have to find out. Like, like I want it to be known. And if it's on your dating profile, like, then okay, I can read that. Or if it's not, at least mention it because I do at the same time. Like it's always in my profile, but I'll still say like, hey, I am a mom or whatever, like however the fuck I say it. But I do let people know like I am a mom, like just in case you didn't see it. Like, I am a mom. It's just never been a secret. So anyways, we're like texting back and forth on the app, getting to know each other. But we were texting like every other day or every few days because I'm a really bad texter. Like I don't know, like sometimes I should be really feeling like a chore. Like I just don't like to text. Like it just I don't know. Like if you can ask anybody, like I'm the worst texter. Like I just won't respond. And it's not even on purpose. Like sometimes I do be avoiding certain people and that's why I don't respond. But for the most part, like it's just because it's just like like I don't know, like I feel like it just takes so much effort to text nowadays, and then I don't want to be on the phone either, so it's like please don't call me. Like I don't know. But anyway, and also at the same time, it depends on who you are. Like, but I'm not a big texter. But anyway, so we ended up exchanging numbers because, I gave him my number. I told him like, oh, just text me because I'm not on the app like that, which I wasn't. And also like the app wasn't giving me like the up to date notifications. Like it wasn't telling me like back to back every time he was responding, which was why the communication was off in the beginning. Anyway, so we start texting and when I tell y'all, like, he was being dry or whatever, like, regular, like, obviously, he, in his bio, like, he stated that he wanted a long term relationship or whatever. So, and obviously, like, that's in mine too. So, we're texting back and forth. But, like I said, he's kind of dry. And so, that's another reason why I'm not, like, too eager on texting because if you're going to be dry with me, like, you won't get a response out of me. Like, because what do you, like, if I ask you what you're doing and you say watching TV and you don't, like if your answer is just vague as fuck, bitch, I'm not gonna respond. Like, I want to know what you watching. Like, if it's good, ask me what I'm doing. Like, follow up with another question. Like, just simple shit like that. That whole nonchalant thing. I don't care. Like, friends, boyfriends, family. Like, just it's no. I just won't respond because it's just like, for one, I feel like you don't fucking care about what I'm doing or care enough to have a conversation with me. And for two, what do you want me to say to that? Like if I ask you like, oh, what you watching? It just makes me feel like I'm being thirsty. So, but anyway, he was being dry. Like it was just dry. So anyway, I don't know how, but like sex came up in a conversation. So we just ended up talking about sex or whatever. And I did let him know like, oh, I'm celibate and I've been celibate for this many amount of months. And I was like, I'm not trying to wait till I'm married to have sex, but I do want to wait until I know that the person that I'm having sex with is somebody who I'm going to take serious and who I'm going to talk to, because I just don't want to, I don't know, like I don't want to share my energy with everybody like that. Also, I don't want to receive other people's energy, and I just don't want to give everybody access to my body like that. Like my body is a real life temple, and like sex is sacred to me, and a lot comes with having sex. A lot of people just really don't know. Like it's not about just catching an orgasm at the end of the day. Like that shit comes with a lot, and if you're not careful, first of all, you can get STDs. Like that's number one. It's just a lot that comes with it. Have protected or not, like it's a lot, and it's not something that I'm just ready to deal with. So anyway, I didn't tell him all that, but to sum it up, I was just like, hold on, like let me read y'all the message verbatim because I kept them. Okay, so I texted him and I told him like how long I've been celibate, and I said I've been faithfully celibate and I'm waiting, but I just wanted to give it to someone who wanted something more than just sex. And then he started asking some other shit, which I'm not gonna get into. But anyway, so basically, I told him that, and he was trying to say like, "Oh, I'll just read what he said." Like he responded to what I said to him about being faithfully celibate. He responded and said, "Just want to let you know, though, I don't jump into relationships. I do got a process of getting to know someone." And I told him like, I'm not in a rush of being in a relationship either. Like that's not what I said. I told you that, if you like, I'm not just like, I don't want to just fuck, basically. Like that's what I'm saying. I didn't tell you that I wanted to be in a relationship with you. Like it may have came off like that because I said I wanted to wait until I was ready to be with somebody who wanted to be in a serious relationship with me. But it's like, I don't know where the fuck he got off at me wanting to be with him, because it's like, nigga, that's not what I said in the least bit. Like you could find the next bitch who, like, I don't know. It's just like, that's just not what I said. Looks like that should have been a red flag for me, but I was like, whatever. Like maybe he misunderstood me and I'm not gonna jump to conclusions. So I let that go. And I guess this is how, like I said, I don't know how the sex got brought up, but after it did, that's the conversation we had. And when I tell y'all, like, the conversation started to just lead more into sex. And, I'm a Scorpio. Like, if you know, you know. And, like, not even to be like that, but of course, like, I'm going to play into the role. Like, okay. Anyway, so we're doing all that. We're going back and forth. And when I tell y'all, like, this is the most conversation I've gotten out of this nigga, like, since we start texting. And it's just like, boom, like another red flag. But I'm like, no, like, I don't know, like, I'm just trying to lie to myself because I really want to put myself out there and try to date. And I'm like, I don't want to keep, like, I guess, like, quote unquote, blocking my blessings in a way, because it's like, I don't know what this could potentially be. And me just saying no, no, no about everything and being closed minded and not really, like, I don't know, just being thirsty. Like, I'm just trying to convince myself that this nigga is, like, I don't know. It's like, obviously, it's clear as day that he just wanted to fuck me. But, like, in my mind, I'm like, no, like, he want to be in something serious. So, anyway, like I said, this was the most conversation I've gotten out of him since we started talking. So, after that, like, we ended up planning a date or whatever, and he asked me where did I want to go, and I told him I wanted to go to the beach. And so we were supposed to go, like, so the week we were texting, he said we was gonna go to the beach, not the week after, but the following week. So 2 weeks after, like, he was like, that's when we can go. And I'm like, why we gotta wait so long? Like, why so long ago to wait? And he was like, oh, like, I got work and all this other bullshit or whatever. So anyways, out of nowhere, like, he was just able to, because, when we got back to having the, sexting or whatever, like, he was, being more, like, intrigued with the conversation. So a few days go by, and he was like, oh, like, what you doing this week? Like, this Thursday. And I was like, I didn't think I was doing anything. So I was like, I might have had therapy or whatever. So I was like, maybe therapy, maybe some laundry, like, I don't know. And then he was like, oh, we can go to the beach this Thursday if you want. Like, like, I'm going to be off. Like, we can go. And so I'm like, oh, like, that's odd. Like, that's out of the blue, but all right, whatever. So that, like, we planned that or whatever. And then time goes by, and obviously it's Thursday. When I tell y'all, like, he had planned to pick me up, like, at 12. And so I'm like, cool, he might come, like, 12:30, like, 1. Like, I probably got some time. So I started getting ready at, like, 11 o'clock. And it took me fucking forever to find an outfit. Because first, I hadn't been on a date in fucking months. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, I was nervous. I didn't know what to do. I don't know what to wear. And then also, like, I've gained, like, some weight recently. So I've been, like, a little insecure about myself and certain stuff that I wear. And so just that whole thing, like, it just took me fucking forever to find something. So I finally did. And at this point, it's 12 o'clock. So I'm rushing to do my makeup, trying to fix my hair, just rushing. And then when I tell you, he texted me at 12 on the fucking dot and was like, I'm about to be on my way. Like, what's your address? And that shit just, I feel like that was another red flag, because it's like, goddamn, I know you said at 12, but nigga, you on your way at 12. Like, 12 on the dot is crazy. So anyway, I ended up giving him the address, and I'm trying to hurry up and rush and get ready. And a few minutes go by, and I start smoking, just chilling, waiting for him to pull up. Also, I noted that he didn't smoke because I seen his profile, like it was like never, like smoked, like never. So anyway, I was like, let me smoke before he come, because you just never know. Like, let me just get a buzz going. So I'm getting high or whatever, and I go chill with my mom for a little bit, wait for him to come, and he get here, and we head out to the beach. Now, first of all, I was irritated because why the fuck this nigga didn't know how to get to Dockweiler? And it's like, nigga, Imperial straight to the fucking beach. Like, it's literally no simpler than that. Obviously, no, you don't take it towards Downey. You take it towards the airport. If you take it all the way there, it'll get you to the goddamn beach. Like, it's literally, I don't know. I was just so irritated because he did not know where the fucking beach was. So anyway, but that was before then. Also, I knew he didn't know where he was going because he was not paying attention when he was driving. Nigga all on his phone, like trying to, and I just like, I'm just annoyed because it's just like, bro, that's common sense. Like, okay, I get if you don't go to the beach like that or whatever the fuck, but literally everybody in LA knows what, where, and how to get to Dockweiler. Like, it's no. So anyway, that was irritating me, but I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm not about to, get irritated. And like I said, block my blessings. So just going along with it. And we just talking. And first of all, like after, I didn't notice at first, but as conversation kept going, I'm like, y'all, this nigga breath is on him. Like, I was really irritated because it's like, you were supposed to put in effort. This was the first date. This was the first time I was going to see you. So why the fuck did you not? I don't know. I was irritated at that. And then, like, a little, like, maybe like we get like 15 minutes from the beach. Yeah, tell me why this nigga passed gas and tried to act like play it off as if I didn't hear or smell that shit. And when I fucking say, like, I tried to keep talking to play it off myself, but I was so fucking irritated. Like, for one, I don't know, like, I know passing gas is natural, whatever, but when people do it, it literally disgusts the fuck out of me. I hate it. Like, that and smacking is like top tier. Like, you get no, like, okay. Like, I catch a case for that shit. It's disgusting to me. And it's like, have better fucking manners. And I don't know. I was just annoyed. Like, it was just little shit starting to irritate me, and just me just being disgusted with the whole situation. And I'm like, this is why I'm fucking single. This is why I'm to myself, because what the fuck is wrong with these niggas? Like, ugh. So anyway, I was getting irritated, but I'm like, whatever. And so then we get ready to get to the beach, and this nigga goes to the wrong fucking beach. Somehow we end up at Marina Del Rey or whatever the fuck. Like, we just was not in the right fucking location. So I end up pulling up on my phone, and we get there, but we go to a liquor store first. This first was gonna go to a 7-Eleven, and we wanted wine. We was gonna get some Taylor Port because that's all I drink. And he was like, we can go to 7-Eleven. I'm like, no, we cannot go to 7-Eleven for liquor. Like, we have to go to a little liquor store. Like, 7-Eleven don't sell fucking liquor. Like, they might sell, like, little wine coolers and shit, if that. Like, I don't go to 7-Eleven like that anyway. But I'm like, I know for a fact, unless they just changed it up, 7-Eleven ain't sold no liquor. Like, no hard liquor. Like, ever. Not that I've known. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know. But from what I know, 7-Eleven don't sell hard liquor. So I'm like, we can't go to 7-Eleven for no fucking wine. Like, anyway, so we get to the liquor store and we get the bottle and we head to the beach. Finally, the right direction. And we get there, we set up the tent, and we just chilling, we just talking. And oh wait, I forgot. So let's go back. I forgot two important key details. I don't know how I did that. So anyway, before we get there, when we're on the freeway, I had said something around the lines of me mentioning, like, I was like, something my son, and I was like, I got a kid, right? And he was like, no, like, I didn't know that. And I was like, well, it's on my dating profile. Like, I don't know how you didn't know. And he was like, that's weird because I was only a profile the other day. Well, bitch, you couldn't have been because it's on there clear as day. It's like, I know it's on there because I not met a person, but I've like talked to other people on the same fucking app who has seen that I have a child. It's like, bitch, I ain't changed it. Like, anyway. So he was like, oh, I didn't know. And I was like, how you feel about that? And he was like, I don't know. But he was like, but I dated women with kids before, so it's not really a big deal. But, I don't know. It just depends. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, okay, I guess. So, and it's like in my head, like, noted, like, he said he's dated women with kids before, but like the hesitance about him and just his entire body language changing, it's like, okay, like, this nigga not feeling the fact that I got a kid. So, whatever. And it's like, I didn't even believe the fact when he was like, "Oh, I've dated women with kids." Like, I just knew that that was a fucking lie. Like, just the way he was saying it and how his entire body language shifted up when I said, like, "Oh, I got a kid, right?" So, anyway, that was that. And then right before we get to the beach, like I said, we still off the freeway at this point. We driving, and I don't know, like something like we bring up me driving, and he was like, "You got a car?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got a car." First of all, this nigga know I got a car because before, like, he picked me up at the beach, I asked him, did he want to meet or did he want me to drive? Which I should have met him anyway. Like, the fact that I let him pick me up was insane and stupid. So anyway, he was like, "You got a car?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got a car." And he like, "What kind of car you got?" I'm like, "Oh, I got a Hyundai." He like, "Oh, okay, that's a green flag, I guess." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "I'm just making sure you don't have a Nissan." And I'm like, "Well, I did have a Nissan. Like, what are you trying to say?" Like, I'm like, "You trying to stereotype me with the whole like baby mama and the Nissan thing? Cause bitch, you're not funny. Like, you're not funny at all." Like, anyway, so I'm like, another red flag, like, cause you trying to be funny and you're not, bitch. Like, I don't know what you're aiming at, bitch. Cause I try not to get materialistic, but bitch, my car better than yours. So like, let's not ever go there. Like, anyway, so we get to the beach. Like, that's all that. Like, that all happened in the car. So we get to the beach, and we're having a conversation. And I was like, "Oh, I smoke. Like, do you smoke?" And he was like, "No. Like, I usually, like, I didn't have good experiences and I was smoking." I was like, "That's cool." Like, a lot of people that I'm around, like, not everybody that I'm around smokes. A lot of people do, but a lot of them don't. So I'm cool with being around people who don't smoke. And a lot of people who I'm around who don't smoke usually drink heavy as fuck. So it's like, you got your vice and I got mine. So anyway, he was like, when we got there and we talking, I'm like, "Oh, can I smoke?" He was like, "Oh, I prefer if you didn't," which pissed me off too. Another red flag. But I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'ma just, like, it's cool. Like, it's not that serious. Like, I don't have to smoke. I do it because I want to, but I don't have to do it. So anyway, I was like, whatever. Like, not a big deal. Like, I won't do it. So I'm hitting my vape, and I'm like, this is cool. He like, "Oh, it's better than a cigarette. I don't really like it, but it's better than a cigarette." I don't know what this got to do with a fucking cigarette, bitch, because I ain't never told you I smoke cigarettes either. So I don't even know how that correlates. Like, nigga was just starting to really irritate me. It's like the fact, like, when I think back on it, like, it all just like, this is why I keep to myself, why I don't want to date nobody. Like, stay the fuck back because I'm cool. So anyway, we having conversation, and he was like, he ended up bringing, no, I asked him, did he want kids? And he was like, "Oh," and mind you, he's like, he was 28 or 29, one of those. And so he was like, "Oh, like, when I'm 30 or like, later down the line." And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, maybe like, late 30s." And he's like, "Oh, I don't really have a plan for it, just like later down the line." I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And he was like, "Like, my dad wasn't around. So, like, I just don't want to do the same thing to my kid." And I was like, "That's, got it. Like, I totally get that." So then he started to ask me about my relationship with Ryan's dad and like what happened or whatever. And at this point, I felt like somewhat comfortable with him because, yes, there was like little times where he was irritating me, but for the most part, like, I guess like I was comfortable enough to share a little bit of what happened with me and Ryan's dad, and just like a little bit. So I did give him a little bit or whatever. And like, he really said something to really piss me off. I don't know what exactly it was, but I know whatever it was, it really pissed me off. Like, he just kept like throwing like little jabs like at me all day. So, but I kept just like letting it go on one day after the other. I'm like, fuck it, like, it, whatever. So anyways, we end up like, doing a do or whatever, because I don't know, like, we was had some little foreplay going on. And I know, like, I was like, I've been celibate for this long, and honestly, in all reality, I should have waited. I shouldn't have put myself out there knowing that that's not what I wanted at the time. But like I said, the foreplay was hidden. So It is what it is. We do the do. And afterwards, we sit in, we chilling, we start playing cards. And no, before we start playing cards, we had another conversation about the kids, but this time he brought it up. And so he was like, "Oh, like I don't really want kids." Like, basically the same thing he said earlier. And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, like I'm not rushing nobody to have kids who don't want to have kids." And it's like I don't need I don't need anybody to take care of Ryan as far as a father point of view. Like Ryan said, is very much active in his life. He do piss me off 90% of the time. 98% of the time he pisses me off actually, but he's very much active in Ryan's life. So I don't need a daddy for my son. So please understand that. Like Ryan don't need another daddy. Like we ain't married. That's not what this is. So and I've never once like ever asked a nigga to help me with anything for my child outside of his father, because what the fuck do I look like? So I think that's another thing that guys be scared of, but it's like I'm not asking you to do shit. Like I feel like until I do not speak of not wanting to take the responsibility of somebody else's child, because that's not what I asked you to do. And I know it may seem like that's what happens when dating somebody with kids, but that's not true at all. Like literally, especially somebody. Well, at least I can speak for myself. Like I got my shit under control. Like my shit is on lock over here. So, but anyway, I don't have the time to give myself to a nigga anyway, because I'm focused on me. But anyways, so he just, and I was just telling him like, Ryan don't need, like my son don't need nobody, like, in that aspect. And so he basically was like, "Oh, I'm not really, into dating somebody with kids." He didn't really specifically say why. I think he was trying to go around the lines of not wanting to help financially, or just be that aspect or that person, and like just be, I guess, I don't know, I guess he just didn't want to date somebody with kids, like just to sum the fuck up, right? And so anyway, he was just like, "Oh, but people with kids deserve love too, like." And I'm like, "Bitch, who said we didn't?" Like literally what came out his mouth was people with kids deserve love too. And it's like, I know I deserve love, bitch. I've had it with my son's dad and after him. So it's like I know that I deserve love with my child. Like, are you stupid? And I just want to ask, like, nigga, did your mom not get another boyfriend after your daddy left? Like, cause how does that? Where did that even come to your mind to say that people with kids deserve love too? Like, obviously, like you did see fuck. Like, I don't know. So that irritated me. So we started to play cards, and I tried to like be into it. But at this point, I had enough. Like I had enough. At this point, it was a fucking wrap. And I was like, I don't want to play cards no more. Like I'm cool. Like, And then before we started playing cards, we had established that we was gonna get something to eat. We was gonna go to In-N-Out. But I was like, at that point, like I started getting irritated. I started thinking about everything, and I was like, you know what? And I already feel stupid. I was like, no, I don't want to play no more. Like I'm ready to go. And so we got to the car or whatever. And I was like, so, like, are we going to still talk? Like, because he wasn't, like, he kind of said, like, he didn't really want to, like, it wasn't direct, but he was beating around the bush that he didn't want to date somebody with kids, right? But it wasn't clear. So when we got to the car, I asked, like, very much direct. I was like, so do you not, like, do you not want to continue to talk to me? Like dating. And he was like, romantic wise, like, no. He was like, but if you want to keep doing like, like the dude, like we could keep doing that. And I'm like, bitch. Oh, I didn't say that obviously because I want to get the fuck home, and I don't know this man like that. But in my head, I'm like, bitch, you really have me fucked up. First of all, you have the audacity to say that people with kids deserve love too. You tried to stereotype me with my car, thinking because I'm a mom that I got a fucking Nissan. First of all, ain't shit wrong with Nissans, bitch. And I did have one. I had two Nissan Altimas. Nothing wrong with them because it got me to where I needed to be. So it just was just different shit that kept irritating me. And I was like, all right, that's fine. And then he said something else that just was very like just harsh. Like, and it just really like just made me shut the fuck up because I'm like, okay, like this, like he's out of pocket as fuck. This nigga just want to fuck me, and he basically used me and said what he needed to say. Because mind you, remember in the car, he was like, oh, like I've dated women with kids. It's not a problem. It just depends on the situation. And I know y'all probably like, oh, maybe whatever I said about me and Ryan's dad, maybe that's what made him want to not fuck with me. But that's bullshit, because there's nothing to me and my son's dad's relationship to make somebody uncomfortable. Like literally, like I can give no reason as to why. So anyways, we in the car or whatever, and I'm just quiet. Like at this point, I'm on my phone. I'm texting my sister. I'm talking to Chat GPT. Like I'm pissed. I'm irritated. And so, like a little bit on the way home, well, on the way to my house, in a fucking home, but on the way to him taking me home, he had turned the music down, and he looked at me. He was like, "I just want to apologize. Like I feel like what I said was kind of harsh, like a little mean." And I'm in my head, I'm like, it was. But I told him, like, it is what it is. Like, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. I don't want you to sugarcoat how you feel. Like, I'd rather you be honest with me. And he was like, yeah, like, you right. Yeah, you right. Proceeded to turn the music back up and just still drive. And I was like, I don't want to go to In-N-Out no more. Like, I'm not even hungry. So he was cool with that. Well, he probably had an attitude. I don't know, because he probably was fucking starving. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. So I told him I just want to go home. And we on the way to take me home, and like no words were exchanged. Like after he tried to low-key apologize and say whatever the fuck, because he thought what he said was harsh. I'm like, no, like it is what it is. Like that's how you feel. Keep it a buck. Like don't sugarcoat shit. Like be honest with me, because it's whatever. So anyway, like I said, no words were exchanged. Like we said nothing to each other. Like that was that. And when he dropped me back off, like he opened the door for me or whatever, helped me get my stuff. He didn't walk me to the door, but he helped me get my stuff and whatever. And when I got in the house, I just was chilling. I ended up talking to my friend on the phone. I ended up calling her, or she called me, and we was talking for a little while. And of course, I'm telling her what's going on. And I just literally, like, the more I started telling her, like, well, at this point, obviously, like, I was already pissed off. But it's like the more I kept explaining the situation and telling her what was going on, I was like, bitch, I'm irritated. Like, no, the fuck I didn't let this nigga play in my face, because there were so many red flags and so many signs to say that, bitch, he's not fucking with you. Like, he just wants to fuck, like, obviously. But anyway, no fucking words were exchanged, like, none at all. And the next day, because I told my friend, I was like, I'm going to text him, I'm going to confront him. Like, I'm irritated. Like, he got me fucked up. Like, he going to hear me. Because, I never, like, I'm not satisfied. And when you piss me off, like I seen on this TikTok, when you piss me off, I'm not satisfied until I hurt your fucking feelings. Like, and then we even. Like, but until you're hurt, I'm not good. Like, I'm not good. And I won't be until I hurt you 10 times worse than you hurt me, because I can't get over it. I literally can't. I don't know if that's a Scorpio trait in me, but when you do some bullshit to me, please know that I'm coming back hard, and it's gonna hurt worse. I swear to God. Like, I'm not the one you want to come for. Ask anybody that's been into it with me, baby. I get the lowest of the lowest. Like, you don't want to go there with me, and that's why I try to keep to myself and not say shit to people, because I be getting there. I can match you with the disrespect. Like, it's unmatched. And I really, like, it's not to brag, because I'm really trying to not be that way anymore, but I will go there if need be. So anyway, she was like, don't text him. Like, it is what it is. Like, just let him be. So I ended up texting him anyway, but I didn't go off on him. The next day I texted him, and I made it seem like I still wanted to fuck him, just to see what he was gonna say. And of course, like, immediate response telling me like, oh, like, I don't have a problem with you, it just was the whole kid thing. Like, bitch, fuck you. Like, I never responded to him. I never seen him again. Me and him never had conversation. Like, I literally just wanted to clickbait him, I guess, to see if he would respond, because when I tell y'all, like, after he dropped me off, he said nothing until the next morning, when I was like, oh, like, I still want to do it or whatever. And then he was like, oh, like, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, like, it was the whole kid thing, blah blah. Bitch, why you couldn't apologize to me yesterday when you dropped me off? Because not to mention, you dropped me off at like 3-4 p.m. So it's like you had time to text me. Like, so anyways, y'all, that is the sum of this fucking story. Like, that shit is insane. Like, first of all, if you're a parent listening, obviously, like, we all know our words, but we're all fucking deserving of love. Daddies, mamas, like, we're deserving of love. That shit is insane. Cause it's like, nigga, you know how many people I've had since like I've been without my child's father? Like, I know I'm deserving of love, bitch. Like, even if I hadn't been with nobody, I know my value on my own. Like, that's insane. Cause like, for him to say that to me makes him think that I wasn't worthy of it. Cause it's like, who said that I wasn't? Like, where the fuck did you even get that from? Like, I don't fucking know. But anyway, I have so many more dating stories for y'all. Like, I be going through it. Like, and I really hope y'all can relate and feel me on this, because this shit is crazy. Even if it's not necessarily like people y'all have met on dating apps, but regardless, these niggas are fucking crazy. Okay. But anyway, before we go, I do want to get into our hot tea of the week. So I know I was doing like the little spooky stories, but honestly, I was not really feeling those. Like, I'm not feeling those. So anyway, we're gonna get into our hot tea of the week. So y'all, okay, first of all, I have to get into this Cardi B shit because she is the hot fucking topic right now. I wanted to talk about the whole Young Thug and Mariah the Scientist and Glorilla situation, but y'all, they have became old fucking news, okay? Because when I tell y'all, I've been so fucking invested in this Cardi B shit, it is fucking crazy because I had no idea until the album dropped that she had beef with JT. Like, I was not aware, right? So I was fucking mind blown when I think it's called Magnet, when that shit dropped and I heard the whole thing. I'm like, dude, and I immediately knew who she was talking about, but it's like I didn't know that they had beef, right? So obviously, like, I've seen like her going back and forth with Bia, you know, but I didn't know the whole thing with JT. So like I said, mind blown. But my whole perspective is I'm a fan of JT. I'm also a fan of Cardi B. But if I had to decide right now, I'm gonna go with Cardi B. Only because I just feel like I feel like there's not a lot of real issues like between Cardi B and JT. Like, of course now, like, these bitches they went to the lowest of the lows, but I mean, I feel like both Bia and JT, you know, not even just them, it's other people too. These motherfuckers get around Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj, of course, doesn't like Cardi B since the whole motorsport shit, and probably some shit before that. Like, we don't know, but I feel like these people get around her and they jump on the Cardi B hate train, and they just start to dislike her for no reason, because a lot of the times it's like, where was the issue? Like, I mean, unless there's an underlying issue that I don't know about, but from what I've seen, like, I feel like they get around Nicki Minaj and there's just always some bullshit going on. Now, I like Nicki Minaj. I like the way she raps. I'm not really a fan of hers, but I do like her flow. She's really great. It's just the only thing that threw me off was, I think that happened last year, the whole shit with her and Megan Thee Stallion. Like, that really threw me, and it just, I don't know, it just kind of made me disgusted. Like, it put a bad taste in my mouth for her. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't like stuff like that. I mean, I know they were going back and forth, but I mean, like, literally same thing. Like, I feel like Megan Thee Stallion was only telling the truth, and then you go and just hit way below the belt because you know your nigga is a fucking pedophile or whatever the case may be, sex offender, whatever the fuck. Like, I don't know. Like I said, they jump on her hate train, and it's just all of a sudden issues with Cardi B. So I don't know, but like I said, I'm a fan of JT. Like, I like them both, but I feel like as far as in this particular situation, I'm just gonna side with Cardi B. Not that it matters, like, they don't know who I am, but I'm just saying, like, as far as my opinion, like, I'm just gonna go with Cardi B on the whole situation because no, I don't see what she could have done wrong for JT to not, like, I don't know. The whole thing is confusing. It's a lot, honestly. And then the abortions and the dildos and the purses, like I can't keep up. I really can't. Like it's the tea is juicy. It's so good. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Before I go, I want to remind you guys that I do leave my email in the description box, so you guys are able to email me your story times, or if you guys want to collab with me on the podcast, because I do want to start recording on like Zoom or Discord and doing like some collab episodes. So if you're interested in that, let me know, because you don't have to have a podcast or whatever. It could be a regular person. I'm just interested in having conversations with different people and getting different people's perspective on different things. So if you're interested, just let me know. And if you've had like a crazy ass dating experience like mine, please let me know. Like I just need to know that I'm not the only one going through this, because this shit is insane. Like dating is supposed to be fun. Like this shit is hard. Like it's hard. Honestly, I'm hurting. But anyways, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.